In 2019, Susan and John did something remarkable. They went on their first African safari together. It began in Zambia with a side excursion to neighboring Botswana. Other trips followed: the mountains of Uganda, the dry plains of Tanzania, New Zealand's South Island, and the tropical forests of Queensland, Australia. These are some of the photos they collected along the way. One of the first things you see in South Luangwa Park is baboons. These are yellow baboons. They aren't aggressive like the more common olive baboon, but that doesn't mean they're shy. Elephants thrive in the park, but many are hurt or even killed by snares set by poachers just outside the park boundaries. Lions are easy to spot in the dry season because they like to gather close to the Luangwa River. There are about 9 prides here, with a total of some 700 individuals. Leopards are also plentiful. The park has one of the highest densities of leopards in all of Africa. You can often spot them lounging the day away in large trees. Ungainly-looking giraffes are a common sight in more open areas where carnivores can't hide. Some creatures, like this hippo, just can't resist the allure of mud. And for warthogs, mud repels parasites and acts as a natural sunscreen. Highly social African wild dogs are the second most endangered carnivores on the continent, with fewer than 7,000 in the wild. More than 300 of them live in South Luangwa. Bird life is plentiful. This is the go-away bird, named after its distinctive call. Carmine bee-eaters gather in large flocks by the river. This beauty is the lilac-breasted roller. And wherever predators hunt, vultures are not far behind. This zebra is checking out the cameraman as the sun begins to set. Chobe National Park, located in northern Botswana, is known for having the world's largest concentration of desert elephants, at least 50,000 of them. They're especially numerous near the Chobe River during the dry season, from May to October. A hippo cools off in the Chobe River. Sometimes you spot wildlife when you least expect it. This leopard was sitting in plain view right beside the road. Entebbe is a charming colonial town on Lake Victoria. About 60,000 people live here, but wildlife is never far away. The city's National Botanical Gardens is an easy place to see monkeys, like this black and white colobus and this ashy red colobus. Colobus monkeys have no thumbs, making it easier to swing quickly through the trees. Birds thrive in this city park, like the magnificent black and white casqued hornbill and the northern red-billed hornbill. Not far away, the shores of Lake Victoria make good hunting grounds for birds like egrets and the bizarre-looking marabou stork. And just down the coast, the Mabamba swamp shelters a living dinosaur. The shoebill stork gets its name from its enormous bill, which it uses to catch fish, frogs, and even baby crocodiles. But habitat loss and pollution are taking their toll. Only about 5,000 remain in the wild. After a nice meal of fish, it feels good to just shake out your feathers. About 300 kilometers west of Entebbe lies Kibale National Park. There are plenty of olive baboons here. Despite their aggressive nature, they are very attentive parents. But Kibale is best known for chimpanzees. There are about 1,500 chimps here, the largest population in East Africa. Looking into their eyes, it's not hard to believe we are related. Other species in the forest include red-tailed monkeys. Chimps will eat them, although they prefer red colobus monkeys. High in the western mountains of Uganda lies Bwindi Impenetrable National Park. This thick forest is a refuge to some 120 species of mammals. But people come here from all over the world primarily to find one animal: gorillas. There are about 450 mountain gorillas in Bwindi, a little less than half of the world's remaining population. There are 19 habituated gorilla families. They are so used to people that they often go about their business as if no one were there. These adorable mongoose were one of the first things Susan and John saw when they entered the Serengeti. These creatures are abundant and fearless, and they get into everything. For more well-heeled tourists, a day's safari might begin with a balloon ride over the vast arid plains. But there's plenty to see at ground level. Baboons are common. And these flat grasslands are ideal for a wide variety of antelopes. Dik-diks are the smallest, at just over a foot tall at the shoulders. Impalas are common and widespread. And topi are easy to find in the open grasslands. Warthogs share these plains too. This wide variety of plant eaters make the Serengeti an ideal place for predators. And one stands out. The park is home to one of the largest and most stable lion populations in Africa. As many as 4,000 of them in about 300 prides. A typical pride consists of related females, their offspring, and one or more males. While they're fearsome hunters, lions can spend up to 20 hours a day lounging around and sleeping. You don't have to look too hard to find lions. Sometimes they even walk with you. There are many other predators. Leopards are harder to find, but can sometimes be spotted in the trees. Servals are slender, medium-sized cats with very long legs. They mostly prey on rodents. The Serengeti is also one of the best places in the world to see cheetahs. the world's fastest land animal. There are large rivers in the park with plenty of hippos either just hanging out or making sweet hippo love. There is bird life here too, like the little bee-eater. This one has just caught a bee and taken it back to its perch to show its mate. By far, the largest group of animals here are the wildebeest. Up to 1.5 million take part in the Great Migration each year. They travel in a continuous cycle, north through the Serengeti, into the Masai Mara in Kenya, and then back south again to the calving grounds in southern Tanzania. Tens of thousands of zebras accompany them. You'll often find them together like this when they're resting. It lets them see potential dangers from 2 directions at once. And another day comes to a close on the plains. Birds, like this great cormorant, were the dominant form of life on New Zealand's South Island until humans arrived. Though threatened by rats and other predators, species like the New Zealand robin are holding on, while the curious and friendly fantail are doing well. To find the real stars of the bird world, you need to go to the Otago Peninsula on the southeast coast. Royal albatross breed here. With a 10-foot wingspan, they spend most of their time gliding on ocean winds, traveling thousands of kilometers without ever seeing land. The Otago Peninsula is also home to little blue penguins. These smallest of all living penguins fish during the day and return to burrows in the beach under cover of darkness. Many birds, like this ground-dwelling weka, are found nowhere else on Earth. The same is true for the kea, the world's only alpine parrot. These large, playful birds are highly intelligent and capable of solving complex puzzles, but they also enjoy tearing wiper blades off of cars and breaking into backpacks. Perhaps the biggest star of the South Island is the landscape. The island is dotted with lakes. 2-lane highways carve through the dry hills. Lush valleys and past mist-shrouded mountains. Down the entire length of the island run the Southern Alps, a snow-capped range rising more than 12,000 feet. Deep fjords cut into the southwest coast. One of the best known is Milford Sound. The New Zealand coastline features everything from mysterious Mo-Raw-Key boulders to historic stone buildings. One beach on the Otago Peninsula is a prime spot for sea lions. But don't expect them to put on a show. They pull up on the sand mostly to sleep. The most common animal on the island isn't even native. There are more than 23 million sheep in New Zealand. That's about 4.5 animals for every human inhabitant. New South Wales is the most urbanised state in Australia, but it has impressive bird life. Even in city parks, you can see birds such as the kookaburra, the masked lapwing, the little corella, and the little pied cormorant. For sheer dazzling colour, no species can outdo the rainbow lorikeet. They're easy to find in the city, This one was perched on a suburban spider flower bush. And for humans wanting to get away from it all, there are vast stretches of empty beach. Further north, Queensland is known for its extensive tropical rainforests, including the Daintree, considered the oldest tropical rainforest in the world. It's home to peaceful wetlands, fearsome crocodiles, and coral reefs teeming with fish. Not all the creatures are easy to spot. This bird is called a tawny frogmouth. It disguises itself so well you likely didn't notice the second bird partially hidden by leaves just above it. Birds aren't the only thing in these trees, but don't worry, this common tree snake is harmless unless you're one of the small reptiles it feeds on. Of course, no trip to the Australian bush would be complete without sighting a member of the kangaroo family, in this case, a little wallaby. The world is alive with natural wonders. Some close to home, some far, far away. But all are worth protecting. Not only for their sake, but for the sake of us and our future generations.